did Shock pass from?
Well, they said it was an overdose on drugs, right?
Okay.
But we believe that the person that he with gave him something.
Wow.
Because the what it was, and you know, I'm reluctant to say it because I don't know exactly, but it's something like, you know, fentanyl or whatever.
Yeah.
Something that we know that he
didn't
never
even mess
normally
with.
mess with.
He don't do that.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
You know, I've always had a lot of support and felt the love of the people around me. Sometimes people don't always get that, right? So I don't know if, you know, he probably
Felt that love.
felt maybe, you know, like
You
I
see
said,
what I'm saying? Because you guys grew. Did y'all grow apart? Because he was down there, or were you still in contact with him on a phone?
No, we were in contact. And
Okay.
we still had some business to take care of.
Of course.
And we were talking, right? But with anything, it's not like you grow apart. It's like we all grow up.
That's
You know,
right.
we just talked about
responsibilities,
family.
kids.
You know, I can't raise a kid, have a woman, and all
We're
that.
not 20. We're not 20 no
Yeah.
more. We're not 18 no more. And
Exactly.
these kids here, and they mama say you want to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to do something.
You
right?
got to.
So-
you looking at these kids. You got to feed these babies.
And people, you know, because people always like, what happened? It's like life happens, right?
Life be lifing.
Everybody grows up, and everybody creates a life for themselves, and sometimes that life doesn't include hanging out on a nightly
That's
or
real.
jamming or doing whatever you used to do. So you can't do the same things. And remember when I think, well, maybe we weren't on camera, but I told you that there was a slight difference in our age.
Correct. You did say that. I heard you.
And even with that, all of us in the group, from me and Fuse kind of were tight because we did have a lot of the same, and to this day,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm gonna see him this weekend. But you know, Jimmy had his own friends. Chop Master Jay had his own friends and
Yeah.
interests. Shock had his own friends and interests.
Of course.
Even I had my own friends and interests away from Fuse, and likewise.
Yeah.
So we all have different lives outside of what we do. It's just that we were such that when we came together, it was like we never left.
Never
It
left.
was
Just click right back into
just
play.
click right back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And I'm talking about even at the height of our thing, we went our separate ways, but we would see each other more frequently because we had to
Come back and do
work.
whatever you had to do. Yeah.
And then when we traveled, when we were on tours, we lived together.
Yeah.
So we're tight knit like that. But whenever we get home, like roaches.
Yeah.
out.
But
Till it's
life.
time to come back.
Yeah.
So now, if we don't have those tours and we're not in the studio, when we
Never see each other.
we just never see each other. Not that we don't.
Yeah, not that we don't rock, we just busy. We doing other things.
Yeah.
Like we
Because
take care of
even,
business.
like you said, even when the Humpty Dance was rocking, when we came home, I wouldn't did what I did. He would did what he did.
Of course.
He did. It's just that we had to come together more frequently.
Yeah.
And when we were out, we were living with each other. So now you fast forward, 25, 30 years later. Hey man, we full-fledged into our own lives.
Exactly.
Right.
But where were you at when you heard that he had passed away?
I was at home.
And somebody called
And
you?
one of my guys, Two Fly Eli, who's also
Okay.
a member of Digital Underground, he hit me, and when he called me, he was crying
Wow.
already. And as soon as Two Fly Eli, he's down in Dallas, Texas.
Man.
So we got Digital Underground in Dallas.
Why you ain't sent him over there to see me?
Oh man, listen.
You knew that he was down there. You knew I was down there. I'm not gonna get on you right now. Let's go
He's
on
still
talk.
down there. So anyway, like you said, we don't talk that often.
Of course.
So when I get a call from him and he's crying,
you know
it has to be
something wrong.
Something related to something that
Something-
we
yeah.
are connected with. And at the time, we also knew that Shock was going through a few things.
Yeah.
So even before he told me, I
You knew.
immediately assumed that I was going to hear something like that.
Wow. And when he told you, you had to take a moment?
Absolutely. And,
Because y'all got a history that goes way back.
And with Pac, with Saphir, Smoothie Smooth, all of us, like, bro, this is when you lose family, it hits you.
It hits you
right,
hard.
and then depending, it might not hit you that second.
No,
but at some point, it's going to hit.
It's gonna hit you.
Right, so it's all different, right? I remember when my grandmother passed.
Yeah.
You know, people thought I was because we were.
Like,
I
why
was
you
her
ain't
favorite.
reacting? No.
But it took me a while. But when I finally did, I broke down.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what did Shock pass from?
Well, they said it was an overdose on drugs, right?
Okay.
But we believe that the person that he with gave him something
Wow.
because the what it was, and you know, I'm reluctant to say it because I don't know exactly, but it's something like, you know, fentanyl or whatever.
Yeah.
Something that we know that he
Didn't
never
even mess
normally
with it.
mess with.
he don't do that.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, we all do our things, right? But
That no.
it's like, what is that?
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.